What if I told you that the single biggest mistake people make about retirement is waiting? And that starting small, even today, could mean the difference between a dream retirement and, well, working forever. So what's the secret that nobody tells you about getting started? Stick with me, because in the next few minutes I'm going to walk you step by step through exactly how to start investing for your retirement today, and wait until you hear the story about the two friends who both saved for retirement, but only one became a millionaire. Number 1. Why waiting costs you more than you think. Meet Sarah and Jake. Both are 25 years old, and both want to retire someday. Sarah starts putting away just $200 a month into her retirement account, and she keeps doing it for 10 years. After that, she stops adding money entirely. Jake, on the other hand, waits until he's 35 to start and puts away the same $200 a month until he's 65. Who ends up with more money? You'd think it's Jake. He put in for 30 years. Right? Wrong. Because of compounding, Sarah ends up with more than Jake. She started earlier, and her money had more time to grow. That's the magic of starting today. The earlier you begin, the more your money works for you, even while you sleep. So the question is, will you be Sarah or Jake? Number 2. The first step. Open an account. If you don't have an account yet, this is where to start. There are two common options for beginners: a 401k through your job or an IRA you open yourself. If your company offers a 401k, take it, especially if they match your contributions. That's free money. For example, if you earn $50,000 a year and your company matches 3%, that's $1,500 they're giving you every year just for contributing. If you don't have a 401k, open an IRA, either traditional or Roth. Here's the difference. A traditional IRA gives you a tax break now. A Roth IRA gives you tax-free withdrawals later. For most young beginners, a Roth is often the smarter move. Why? Because your taxes today are probably lower than they'll be when you retire. You can open an IRA online at big-name brokers like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab. Takes about 10 minutes. Think of it as planting your money tree. Number 3. How much should you invest? Here's a number that surprises people. Even small amounts add up. A lot of beginners think you need thousands to start. Not true. Even $50 a month makes a big difference if you stick with it. Of course, if you can afford more, aim to save at least 10 to 15% of your income. For example, if you earn $3,000 a month, that means investing $300 to $450. But don't get hung up on perfection. Starting is more important than starting big. Remember Sarah. If she waited to save more, she'd never have built what she did. Number 4. What should you invest in? Here's where most beginners freeze. They open their account and see all those choices: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, target date funds. What do you pick? Here's the easy answer. If you're just starting, look at a target date fund. You pick the year you plan to retire, say 2060, and the fund automatically adjusts as you get closer to retirement. It starts off aggressive, with mostly stocks, and gets more conservative over time. It's like putting your investments on autopilot. For example, if you choose a 2060 target date fund and you're 25 now, you don't have to worry about making adjustments every year. The fund does it for you. If you're more hands-on, you can buy index funds yourself. An S&P 500 index fund is a simple choice. It invests in the 500 largest companies in the USA and has historically earned about 7 to 10% a year after inflation. Think of it as owning a little piece of the entire economy. Number 5. What if the market crashes? Here's another thing beginners worry about. What if I invest and the market tanks? Here's the truth. It will. Markets go up and down. But here's the bigger truth. They've always recovered. In fact, every major crash in history has been followed by a new high. For example, in 2008, the market dropped over 50%, but by 2013, it was back higher than before. If you stay invested and keep adding money during the dips, you're actually buying at a discount. Think of it like shopping for stocks on sale. So don't panic when you see red on your account. Keep your eye on the long game. Number 6. How to make it automatic. One of the smartest moves you can make is to set your contributions on autopilot. Why? Because we're human. If we have to decide every month whether to save or spend, we'll probably spend. Instead, set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your IRA. Or, if you're using a 401k, Have your contributions taken right out of your paycheck. For example, if you set your 401k to deduct $200 per paycheck, you'll never even see the money, and you won't miss it. It's like paying your future self first, and over time, it just becomes part of your routine. Number 7. Watch out for fees. Here's a sneaky thing that eats away at your money. Fees. Even 1% in extra fees can cost you hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. For example, if you invest $200 a month in a fund that charges 1% more than a similar low-cost index fund, you could end up with over $100,000 less by retirement. Always check the expense ratio of your funds. Aim for under 0.2% if you can. That's why index funds and target date funds are so popular. They're cheap and effective. Think of it like buying generic cereal instead of name brand. Same thing, just less expensive. Number 8. How to stay motivated. Let's be honest, retirement feels far away. So how do you stay motivated to keep investing year after year? One way is to set milestones. For example, aim to hit your first 10,000, then 50,000. Each one feels like a win, and those little wins keep you going. Another tip? Look at a retirement calculator and see how much your money could grow. For example, investing $300 a month starting at age 25 could grow to over $1 million by 65, assuming a 7% return. That's a million reasons to keep going. Number 9. The two friends. Who do you want to be? Remember Sarah and Jake? Sarah started early, just $200 a month, and stopped after 10 years. Jake waited 10 years to start and kept going for 30 years. At age 65, Sarah had more money than Jake, by a lot. Why? Because time is your most powerful tool when investing. The earlier you start, the more your money grows. Even if you never save another dollar after today, starting now puts you ahead of most people. So, are you going to be Sarah or Jake? Number 10. Should you pay off debt first? Here's a big question beginners often ask. If I have debt, should I pay that off first before investing? The answer depends. If you have high-interest debt, like a credit card charging 20% interest, pay that off first. Why? Because you're guaranteed to save more by paying down that debt than you're likely to earn investing. But if your only debt is something like a low-interest student loan or mortgage, you can usually start investing while paying that down. For example, if your student loan interest is 4% and your investments earn 7% over time, you come out ahead by investing. Think of it this way. Tackle the bad debt while building your future at the same time. Number 11. What if you're starting late? Maybe you're not 25 anymore. Maybe you're 40 or even 50. Is it too late? Absolutely not. It just means you need to be more focused. You might need to save a bigger percentage of your income, say 20 to 25%, and invest more aggressively at first. For example, if you're 50 and you start maxing out your 401k contributions, you can still build a substantial nest egg by retirement. And remember, Social Security will likely cover part of your income. So even starting later is better than never starting at all. It's not about where you are today. It's about what you do next. Number 12. How to protect your retirement money. Once you start building your retirement savings, you'll want to protect it. That means avoiding some common mistakes. First, don't cash out your 401k when you change jobs. Rolling it over to your new employer's plan or into an IRA keeps it growing tax-deferred. Second, don't take early withdrawals. If you pull money out before age 59 and a half, you could pay a 10% penalty plus taxes. And third, don't chase risky investments just because someone promises huge returns. Your retirement money is too important to gamble. Remember, slow and steady wins this race. Number 13. The power of tax advantages. Here's something beginners often miss. Retirement accounts come with powerful tax advantages. For example, with a 401k, you contribute pre-tax dollars. That lowers your taxable income today. If you earn $50,000 and put $5,000 into your 401k, you only pay taxes as if you made $45,000. With a Roth IRA, you pay taxes now, but take out your money tax-free later. That's a big deal. Because if your account grows to $1 million by retirement, you could withdraw that million tax-free. It's like the government giving you a bonus for saving. So use these accounts. They're designed to help you win. Number 14. How to keep learning and improving. Starting is the most important step, but don't stop there. The more you learn, the smarter your choices become. Read beginner books on investing. Watch more videos like this one. For example, learning about asset allocation, how much to keep in stocks versus bonds, can help you adjust as you get closer to retirement. And learning about rebalancing, checking once a year and moving things back to your target percentages, keeps your plan on track. Think of yourself as the CEO of your own retirement plan. Nobody cares more about your future than you do. Number 15. Why starting today feels so good. Here's something people don't expect. Once you take that first step, even if it's just setting up your account or contributing $50, you'll feel a sense of relief. Like you've finally taken control, because you have. And that confidence grows every time you add to your account. Every time you see your balance grow, you're not just saving money. You're buying freedom. Freedom to retire when you want. Freedom to live where you want. Freedom to spend your time doing what you love. And it all starts today. And now I'd love to hear from you. What's your biggest goal for your retirement? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your answer might even inspire someone else to start their journey today.